Hello, I'm Mrs. Jim. You're welcome to the classroom. In our class today, we'll be learning 3 letters that make one sound. 3 letters that make just one sound is called trigraph. Say it, trigraph. So today we'll be learning the trigraph E-A-R. You know, E make the sound E, and A says A, and R says R. When you see it together, E-A-R is not pronounced E-A-R. No. E-A-R says ear. Say it. E-A-R says ear. Touch your ears and say ear. Ear. So E-A-R says ear. And E-A-R is the spelling for our ear. So now we'll be taking example of some words with E-A-R in it. Our first example is B-E-A-R. B says B. E-A-R says ear. B. Ear. Bear. Our next example is D-E-A-R. D says D. E-A-R says ear. D. Ear. Dear. That is someone who's loved. Our next example is F-E-A-R. F says F, and E-A-R says ear. F, ear. Fear. That's when you're afraid of something. Our next example is G-E-A-R. G says G, and E-A-R says ear. G, ear. Gear. You see it in a car. This is a gear. Our next example is H-E-A-R. H says H, and E-A-R says ear. Ear. Hear. That is when you use your ear to listen to something. Our next example is N-E-A-R. N says no. E-A-R says ear. No. Ear. Near. That's when something is close to you. You can see this boy. His school is very close to his house. His school is near his house. Our next example is P-E-A-R. P says P, and E-A-R says ear. P. Ear. Pear. Our next example is R-E-A-R. R says R, and E-A-R says ear. R. Ear. Rare. That's when you're raising animals, bringing them up to maturity. Like you can see here, she is rearing chickens. Our next example is T-E-A-R. T says T, and E-A-R says ear. T. Ear. Tear. When you tear something, you can tear a piece of paper. Tear. Our next example is W-E-A-R. W says W, and E-A-R says ear. W. Ear. Wear. When you wear a clothes, when you wear something. This is Y-E-A-R. Y make the sound yo, and E-A-R says ear. Yo. Ear. Yeah. Practice the trigraph E-A-R and you get better at it. See you in the next class.